Hello everybody. Welcome everybody who picked on this video. Welcome everybody who's watching this video. Welcome everybody from Instagram. Welcome everybody from Twitter. Welcome everybody from Facebook, from YouTube. Welcome. So I am, along with my Soul Sundays, if you're following me on those platforms, you see that I put out a post about Soul Sundays and having a selection of 3 cards and really speaking to the soul and really speaking affirmations to the soul, depending on which card you picked from. So with Soul Sundays, they're at the beginning of the week, and they are made to have affirmations running through your head for the rest of your week to kind of put a word in your spirit to just think on and to just manifest. Like if you're manifesting freedom or manifesting love, along with the affirmation, you'll be able to do that and think about that when you're going through your week. So along with that, I kind of wanted to add on to that and do kind of like a catch up in the middle of the week. I'm calling this Where We At Wednesdays, because when I think about Wednesday, I'm like, okay, I got through Monday, I got through Tuesday. We're at Wednesday, we're at the halfway point of the week, like where are we with our affirmations? Where are we at Wednesdays? Where are we with our soul's journey? Where are we at with this affirmation? Have we forgotten the affirmation? Do we need to go back to the post? Look at the affirmation, Are we really thinking actively about what we want to bring into our lives? So with that, I wanted to add on to my Soul Sundays and do a Where We're At Wednesdays and kind of like check in with the people who chose either group 1, group 2, or group 3 and just pull some energies around that affirmation that you chose and pull some more affirmations to further assist you in reaching your goal, whatever your goal is. So we're gonna move on into the card selection. Thank you for listening to my introduction. This is my first tarot video. I'm pretty excited. So look out for more. Definitely more is coming. So we are gonna move into the card selection now, and yeah, let's get it. So welcome to the card selection part of this video. Right now, I want you to take 3 deep breaths. First of all, really think about them breaths. Think about those breaths. Breathe in, feel yourself breathing in, feel the air going through your body, consciously breathe. Take in those 3 deep breaths now. Okay? And I want you to ask yourself, whether it's out loud or whether it's in your head, what does my soul need for this week? What energy does my soul need to foster this week? What do I need to learn from my soul this week? Okay? So with group number 1 over here, we have our rose quartz. With group number 2, we have our clear quartz. And then finally with group number 3, we have our black tourmaline. So you can pause the video right now, or you can go ahead, look in the description box, or look wherever my comments are to see the timestamps for either group number 1, 2, or 3. And then I want you to still breathe while you are listening to those readings and take in the messages that Spirit has for you. Remember that this is a collective reading. Multiple people chose group number 1, 2, or 3, and that some things may not speak to you at this moment, but take what is speaking to you and what does speak to you. take those messages and move forward with them. Let the rest fly, or just let the rest apply to you in the future. Okay? Enjoy the video. So hello to my beautiful people who chose group number 1 with the rose quartz. So we have your 2 energy cards here, and then we also have that affirmation card from Soul Sunday. We are going to read into the affirmation card, pull some energies behind that card, and then we're going to pull some more soul cards at the end to kind of tie all of this together. So the card that you had, if you chose group number 1, was freedom. That affirmation is, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So this card, if you chose it, it's really calling you to really define what is your freedom. What's freedom for you? Especially during the time right now with Corona, like not being able to go out places, people having the idea that they're losing their sense of freedom, and a lot of the things that they used to go out and do created happiness for themselves. So right now, this card is like, what is happiness was inside of you? Like, what is your defining factor of happiness? And does it give you freedom? Is it really fulfilling your will to live? Is it really giving you the ultimate ability to live life and to create whatever lane you want to drive in? It says, I possess the power, knowing for one that you have the ability to have freedom. You have the ability to choose your own happiness. It says, I possess the power and the free will. You have that free will to create my own happiness. Not the happiness of others, not the happiness that people want to see in you, but your own happiness. That's true freedom with your own happiness. So with the beginning of the week, we're defining what is our happiness and what is our freedom. Are we free? For one, that's a question to ask. When we pull this card, it says freedom, but are we free? So our first oracle energy card is appreciation. So with this appreciation, I think about appreciating and really accepting this journey to freedom. The appreciation card calls for you to have gratitude for everything. Gratitude for the struggles, gratitude for the journey, gratitude for the good times, you know, the wins and the losses, both the wins and losses. So this card, the appreciation card, number 15, it has an affirmation with it. And that affirmation is, I choose to see and appreciate the beauty and value around me. I increase my gratitude every day, and I'm attracting even more to be grateful for. So attracting even more to be grateful for. So with this freedom, finding your freedom, you're going to be attracting the things that you are grateful for. You're going to be attracting the things that you want to be grateful for. You know, you may have been not going through some things that you are not grateful for. You're like asking yourself, like, why do I have to go through these things? Like, why am I experiencing this time of sadness? If you have sadness with what you've been going through, or why am I going through this time of like where I'm truly not happy, you know? But this appreciation calls for you to not only appreciate what you've been going through, but to appreciate what you're moving forward into. You know, the beauty, appreciating the beauty in all that's around you, and then opening up yourself to appreciate more great things. So our next energy oracle card is the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael. So the 4th chakra is the heart chakra. So the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael asks you to open up your heart center, to open up the middle of your body in order to receive things. So this archangel, he uses his heart instead of the words of people around him. And I feel like you have to do that with this journey to freedom. You have to be able to discard what other people want for you, what other people think should be happiness for you, you should be able to move away from listening to that and accepting that for yourself, finding your own happiness. With this archangel, do that by opening up your heart to your inner voice and figuring out what you want to be your happiness. Opening yourself up to that inner voice will help you start to define what freedom is for you, to define the appreciation in this journey to freedom. Okay? So spend this week really, really opening up your heart and listening to what makes you feel good, what makes you feel grateful, you know, what you're appreciative for, what makes you feel this sense of freedom. So we are going to pull some more soul cards surrounding freedom in our energy oracles. So we have forgiveness. I acknowledging that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So with resentment, we're really talking about the past, in my personal opinion. What has led us to this point where we are, faced with defining our own freedom? What have we gone through? What have we been harboring that has been holding our freedom away from us? Forgiving who or what has been getting in the way of our freedom. Holding on to resentment, it feels good for some time. I'm not gonna lie. We may want to resent people and be like, yeah, you wronged me. But at the end of the day, you being stuck in what they did to you or what this thing did to you in order for you to not have this happiness really hurts you at the end of the day. You have to get rid of that. You have to move beyond that. Acknowledge it, but don't harbor the resentment that blocks the flow of love. So I'm going to do card. We have fear. So these oracles do not come in reverse. So we have fear. Is that I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So along with this freedom, I'm feeling that you are starting to get back in the motion of love for your own self, love for your own happiness, love for your own freedom. And with that, with this journey to freedom, you have fear. We cannot say that the journey to ultimate freedom and ultimate happiness that we absolutely control is not going to harbor any type of fear. We can't say that. We know that there's going to be times that test us. The fear of not just trying to find our happiness, but the fear of how we're going to get there. We may go through the point again of having to forgive, having to harbor this resentment for a minute in order to get to this journey. We fear going back into the past, repeating old things that haven't led us to this freedom and haven't led us to this happiness. We fear doing that again. It may come up. We have to be ready for it. We have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge it in order to release that resentment, release all of those blocks to get to freedom. So we have love. Again, love. Love is in forgiveness. Love is in fear. Now we have the actual love card. So it says, love, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. Seeing good in yourself. That's what I'm hearing. Seeing good in the fact that you can embark on this journey. You can love yourself through it. You can love the journey no matter what the fear, what the forgiveness, what the resentment has to throw at your way. Just harboring the fact that you're getting back to this love of your own freedom and your own happiness. we have death. So don't be alarmed. This is not like, oh, I'm gonna die. This is not, oh, I'm gonna die. This is talking, just like in tarot, death brings new things, okay? Death is the rebirth of things. Death is the riddance of old things that do not serve us. So with this death card, we have the affirmation, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. You're going through a whole new cycle where you're trying to begin your life of freedom. You're trying to begin your new life of happiness and love for your own happiness and that journey and all of that. So you got to rid yourself of these old things. You have to go through death in order to start a new beginning. So this week, I feel like with this death card, and especially freedom, if you just want to pull from these two cards, death to things that don't give you freedom. Death to things that don't create happiness for you. Okay? Death to the reasons why you have to forgive, the reasons why you harbor in this resentment. You know? Death to this fear. Death to all of that. Death to all of the things that don't serve you. Death to all of the things that do not let you enjoy freedom, let you even get a taste of happiness. Death to all of those things. Because why are we holding them in? Why are we harboring? We already talked about harboring some resentment. Why are we holding on to things that do not serve us? You know? Why? So I'm gonna pull maybe one more card. So it says courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So this is how you get over this fear right here. This is bringing attention to how you get over this fear. Through courage, knowing that, first of all, your first affirmation was, I have the power and the free will. You already have power. You already have strength. Know that you have that within you. So move forward in courage. Find that inner strength to face your fear with confidence. Face the fear of creating your own happiness. Face the fear of creating your own freedom, because when you face it, you'll overcome it. When you face it, you'll overcome it. Okay. We have growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So this card right here is just what all of this is going to attribute to: your growth. You going through defining your freedom. Having freedom in the center, saying, this is my goal, to be free, to have my happiness. Going through the appreciation of the journey. And then opening your heart up with this archangel, really listening to that inner voice. Listening to that inner voice that's telling you what your happiness is, what your freedom is. Going through the resentment, the forgiveness, moving away from that. Knowing that you may fear taking a step back sometimes, you know, taking a step back to those things that did not serve you, you know, those things that took your freedom. Moving into that love of finding freedom, finding happiness for yourself. Death, getting rid of old things, getting rid of them. Courage, knowing that you have that strength, knowing that you possess everything you need inside of you is going to lead you to growth. It's all about your growth journey right now. It says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Your consciousness and awareness of your freedom and your happiness moving forward. Your consciousness and awareness of what you have to let die, you know? Your consciousness and awareness of what you need to forgive, how you need to love yourself, your fears, you know? Your appreciation. And if your heart right here with this archangel, if your heart is truly open to accept this new way of life, this new freedom, this new happiness. So for group number 1, the biggest thing is to open up your heart in order to start this journey, in order to be able to define what you want for yourself. Because your heart is going to tell you what you need to do, who you need to rid yourself of, the things you need to rid yourself of, how to forgive, and how to grow. So with that, I give you my love. We're going to move on to group number 2. Thank you so much for watching. Hello to my beautiful people who chose group number 2. So group number 2, we had the clear quartz crystal right here, and we had the soul card of health. So right off the back, health, right? It's just like, God, some of us, like with me, when I saw this card, when I pulled this card, I know I need to do some work. I know I need to reevaluate some things about my body, not just my body. So let's talk about it. So with health, it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enriches my soul. So with health, we usually think about just like the physical, like it says physical vessel, but we really don't think about deeper into our physical vessel. What is your body made up of? Your body is made up of a mind. Your body is made up of a spirit. It's just not about the health of your muscles and, your calves going to the gym, putting in them squats. It's not just about physically working out your body, but making sure your overall is good, is healthy, is together. Feeling good overall is like the best feeling. Like, it takes some time to get there. It takes work, y'all. Not, you may be focusing just on, for some of you, it may be calling you to go to the gym, like, what we think about when we talk about health, exercising, but for some of you, it's calling you to think about everything. Your mind, your body, your spirit. All of that is going and moving forward into a healthy lifestyle. Really embodying the definition of health, overall health, okay? So our first energy card is door to personal healing. So with this door to personal healing, it makes sense. You are now opening that door. You're seeing, you're seeing the future of being healed, being happy, living in your health, knowing that you have good health. This door calls for you to open it. First of all, it does have an open door here, but sometimes that door may be closed until we realize that we can move forward into our personal healing and happiness. So open that door. Say, yeah, I have the option to choose what I eat, choose the way I think, choose the way I feed my spirit and my body. I have the ultimate choice of what I put in my body and what I feed myself. Taking responsibility. So we have an affirmation that goes along with this card. The card number is number 34. So that affirmation is, I am strong, focused, and self-directed. I have the power to create wonderful and new realities in my life. So like I said, realizing that you have the power over what you eat, what you think, how you talk to yourself, what you think, With so much of the world trying to dictate how we think and our opinions on things, it can be hard to be personal with yourself. Like this door to personal healing and happiness, door to your own health. Sometimes hard, we get crowded with the ideas and the views of other people and what they say is healthy, especially like when we're talking about body image. I think about Lizzo and how like people are like, on her health and all of this, and healthy bodies come in so many different shapes. It's all about how you feel inside. It's all about what you do to make yourself feel good. Don't worry about how other people view you, view your body, view the health of your mind. As long as you're putting in the work to open that door to get where you want to go, don't worry about anybody else. Do not worry about anybody else. It's nobody's health but you. but yours. Excuse me. So we have this man holding the coin. So some of you may be thinking about the health of your finances. You know, this man holding a coin is all about coins. It's all about money. Like, when we think about, you know, how much happiness and sorrow money can bring us, we think about our health too. Like, people whose finances are not good, people who's going through a rough time right now, that can really hinder their health. That can really drop their vibrations, you know. It can make them think a certain way about their situation that really gets them down in the dumps, that really stops them from opening this door. So moving forward, you're thinking about the health of your finances, the health of your home. With this card, the affirmation is card number 43. It says, I determine my own destiny. I take financial action and I am receiving wonderful assistance from those around me. So this man holding a coin could be a person coming into your life with healthy finances. It could be healthy finances coming into your life by the way of you opening doors to healing things and finding your own happiness. Okay? And it says, I determine my own. It says, I determine my own. Card number 43. It says, I determine my own destiny. Knowing that you determine, like I said at the beginning, you have control over your health. You determine the health of your finances. You determine how much you give to things. How things take away your energy, your health. You determine that. You know, becoming aware that some things, granted, we cannot affect how things, you know, come at us and affect us and get us down and get our health down. But recovering from that, knowing that it's ultimately in your hands and you can reverse that, that's the type of energy you need to foster this week. So picking some additional messages. Okay, we have two here. We have courage and love. So with this courage card, it says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So face your health problems with confidence. Face them with courage. Face them with the idea that you're going to get over them. That you're going to rid yourself of all of these things that is causing you to have this bad health. You know, having courage within yourself uplifts your spirit. You know, having a courageous spirit, knowing that you can go and get anything you want. Like this card says, you manifest your own destiny. Not just in regards to money, but in regards to your daughter personal happiness, in regards to everything. We all possess that power to create reality for ourselves. So find that inner strength to face fear with confidence and move forward into the love. I feel like with this love, it's really calling you to have self-love. You know, it says, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. See good in yourself. Have that love for yourself. When you start loving yourself, even if you are at the most unhealthy point of your life, whether it's physical, mentally, spiritually, whether you are at the lowest of the points, have love for yourself, because that love is going to pull you out of it. That love is going to make you aware of how you can start getting that health back in. Okay? So we have envy. I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. So this is kind of calling back to what I was talking about with like people judging Lizzo's body. Like, you know, everybody has like challenges with their health. Everybody, even the people that you think look so good, you know, have problems with self-image. We all go through this. We're all the same at the end of the day. We all have to focus on health. No matter how much you try to hide from it, we all have to focus on health. So stop envying other people that you see that you think are doing good and just work on yourself. Because you're the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. It's saying it right here. So we have grief. So these cards, oracle cards, they do not come out in reverse. So grief, it says, I understand that losing something is the opportunity to appreciate it. So grief, we think about grief, we think about something dying off, us losing something. Grief is not a word that we really want to go through or experience, right? We don't want to experience grief. It's okay to embrace things that did not come, to you, or things that you used to do that you thought were good, that you now have to rid yourself of, you now have to lose in order to have that opportunity to appreciate the new side of life, your new way of living, your new way of approaching your health. So know that during this process of health, finding your health, defining your health for yourself, opening this door, you may have to lose a couple of things. Grief, it could be anybody. It could be anybody, anything, to be honest. When we're talking about health and what affects us, I said at the beginning of the reading, like, think about your own health and what you're doing, but also think about the outside forces. This could even be your finances. Like, are you really letting money dictate how you feel and how you think about yourself and how you think about your situation? Rid yourself of that. Go through a grieving process of just like releasing the energy that money has over you, or releasing the energy that envy has over you, and move forward in courage and in love. We have growth. So I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I feel like your consciousness and awareness over your overall body. Like I said at the beginning, when we think about health, we think about, oh, let me get in this gym, let me pump some weights, let me do some cardio, let me spend 13,000 hours. No, I don't know anyone who spends 13,000 hours. Like, I know people who are gym rats. I never, got to that point in my life. I see people who jog for fun. Don't understand that either. But, so expanding your consciousness and awareness over the overall health of your body, mind, and spirit, that's growth. Really being aware of it and opening your conscious to being like, to honestly, like, seeing a problem when it happens. Seeing a problem when you're going through this growth, you're going to become more aware of your envy. You're going to become aware of your doors that you need to open. You're going to become aware of how to heal your finances and have this courage and have this self-love. You're going to become more aware of this as you go through this journey of growth. So we have patience. Oh my God. With growth comes patience. A flower don't grow in just a day. You got to water it. First of all, you got to plant it correctly. You got to have the intent on it growing. I have many plant babies that have died, and I have some that I still have that are living, that I'm nurturing. You have to have patience in life. You have to have patience with yourself and your health journey. You have to have patience getting to this door. You have to have patience with your finances. Finances are definitely something you don't want to rush. I learned that. But with patience, it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. There you go. Everything happens in divine order. Now, we're not talking about man-made time. We're talking about divine order. Divine order, the time that you have possessed inside of you. Your divine order. The divine order that the spirit guides in the universe has for you. That divine order may take some time. That's why patience is here. You have to be patient not only with the process, but with yourself. Patience with your health. Health is not something that comes to us quick, like, having abs. Like, I never think I can achieve abs. Maybe I'll change that mindset, in the future. But, health doesn't come to us just by going to the gym for like a day, or just by thinking positive affirmations for a week, or just by, you know, doing these soul Sundays and trying to find your spirit for just a week and then quitting. Like, we have to have patience. Patience is a process, you know. And along with the process, you have to have patience. So we get fear. So it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So with this patience, I'm pulling, since this fear card is right after this patience. During your process of patience with your growth and your health, you're gonna be fearful of if, like, this is really working for you, if this is really the journey that you need to be on, you know. But that fear of, like, ridding, honestly, the fear of this grief, ridding of old things that's not serving your health. The fear of, like, what are you going to do without them? I've done this for so long. I've eaten this for so long. I've thought this way for so long. I've done this for so long. What am I going to do without it? That fear, that anxiety. Release it. And live in the energy of love. You have this love card here. Live in the energy of loving yourself. And then you won't have that fear. You won't harbor a fearful mind. Release that fearful mind in order for you to grow. So this week, group number 2, focusing on your health. Know that you ultimately, the door is right in front of you, girl. Or guy, whoever's watching this. I say girl, this is like how I talk, so. But know if I like say that, you know, if you're a guy, you're like, what about me? I'm talking to you too. It's just know that the door is right in front of you and you can open it. You can open it. You can heal anything. You can have your happiness. For some of you with this finances, know that your finances are healing at this point, and that you need to realize the health of your finances in order to do better. Do better with your coin, you know. Move forward, encourage. Feel like that's your movement. Moving forward, encourage and love for yourself, you know. And things you need to rid of is really this envy right here. Knowing that you're the same as everybody. Everybody is on a health journey, like when they want to be. Whenever they get to that point, everybody has to put in work, you know. Release the envy. Don't look at everybody else. Think about yourself. Think about your personal journey, you know. Grief. Ridding those things that no longer serve you. Don't be afraid of the grief. Don't be afraid of changing. Don't be afraid of change. You know, it's going to lead you to this growth, but you have to have patience. You definitely have to have patience. Patience with yourself, patience with the process. And know that sometimes you may be thrown by fear. You may be thrown by your own fear. Just realize that you're only testing yourself. You're only testing your ability to live a healthy life. You're only testing your growth, your overall patience, courage, and love for yourself. You're only testing it. But just make sure that you don't dwell in that fear, and that you move forward ultimately with love. You know, having love here in this fear card, and then having the actual love card. Just love yourself. Love yourself. Don't fear yourself. Don't fear the change for yourself. Embrace it. Embrace it, because it will come to you. The door is open. It's right there. It's ready for you to walk through. So group number 2, that is all I have for you. And we're going to move on to the last group, group number 3. Okay, so our last group of Where We At Wednesdays is our group number 3. Welcome, group number 3. The people who chose group number 3, welcome to all of you. All right, so we have for our Soul Sunday card, we have perseverance here. Perseverance. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind through. With perseverance, I think about all of the times that I had to really just set a goal and go for it. You know, even if I didn't know how I was going to accomplish that goal, I just persevered, pushed through, because I saw what I had my mind set on and I wanted to achieve it. So with this perseverance card, the people who chose group number 3, you may be going through a very difficult time where you have to persevere, where you literally have to just keep telling yourself over and over, I got this. I just got to keep going. I just have to keep doing whatever I'm doing, whatever you're doing at this point, like that you feel like you are really having to persevere through. It says, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So it's really, this card is telling you not only to persevere, but inhabit the idea that you can set your mind to do whatever and you can make it through. Okay? So our first energy oracle card is Cornucopia. And Cornucopia talks about the universe giving us our wish fulfillment. So whether if you're trying to persevere through this job that you have, persevere through a romantic relationship, this card calls to romantic relationships, or your job, or all of the above, know that the universe is behind you and is going to give you blessings in regarding to those things. Whatever you have to persevere through, know that the universe is watching you persevere. Cornucopia is all about working hard and knowing that your good works will fulfill you, knowing that somebody's watching you put in this work, you know, right? We want somebody to acknowledge that we are putting in work, we are grinding, we are persevering, you know, we got our mind set on something. No, this card right here is telling you that the universe is watching. The universe is watching. And you're going to get your wish fulfillment, you know. But you got to persevere first. You got to go through something. The universe is not just going to give you something, you know. Sometimes we look at other people and like, why did they get their blessing? Don't worry about that, you know. With this Cornucopia card right here, know that the universe got you. You know that the universe got you. We always want somebody to have us, you know, to say, I got you. Know that the universe got you. So with Cornucopia, it is card number 11. So with that card, it says, the universe is abundant. All that I desire comes to me in just the right time and way. I am blessed. Okay? So that's saying that if it's saying it's coming to you, it doesn't say it necessarily is here. So that's why we have to persevere and keep going, right? You know, we have to sometimes wait for our wish fulfillment, wait for our wishes to be fulfilled, wait for that abundant harvest, you know, and those great blessings. Know that they're waiting for you. Know that the universe, like I said, is watching you. Know that you're blessed and that you're going to receive all of those things. Keep going. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Please keep pushing. So we have the World card. So with this right here, it's like telling you the universe is behind you. You have the world in your hands. You have your own worlds in your hands. You have whatever you want to reach for, grab. It's within your hands. You know, the world is now open. With this card, it's like the world is open. The world is receptive of you stepping into your blessings, you stepping into your harvest, you know. So with this card, it is card number 29. Card about expansion, card about opening up, and that affirmation is, my life expands into boundaries. My life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is now open to me. So like I said before, The world is open for you to manifest whatever you want. Boundless horizons. Boundless, without any bounds. Don't think that you're going to get to a certain place and the wall is just going to come up and the gate's going to be there and you can't go any further. No, this right here, saying that the world is in your hands. You have everything you could want. It has a man. I'm looking at the card now. It has a man. He's kind of like on a pier, and the world is in front of him. The world's right there. He's on this pier, and he's just walking towards it. And like you see nothing stopping. It's just clear. It's just clear. Walk into it. Walk into it. Walk into your blessings. Cornucopia. The universe got you, like I said. The universe got you. So we are gonna pull some more soul cards for us. We have acceptance, failure. All right. So with acceptance, it says, I am learning to accept the things I cannot change. So during your journey of persevering and trying to reach this world, trying to reach this full fulfillment, accepting the things that is from your past that has hindered your growth, has hindered your harvest, has hindered your blessings. Accepting that, accepting your state of persevering, accepting that you may have to put in some hard work. For some people, that is just really foreign to them. For some people, they're just like, oh my God, I have to work. Like, I just want it to come to me, We have to show the universe that we want good things for ourselves, We have to show the universe that we want good things for ourselves. So with this failure card, failure, failure is such a harsh word. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But it's just like, oh my God, you don't never want to be called like a failure. You never want to think of yourself as a failure. Like, that's like horrible, right? But with failure, it says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So while you're persevering, you may go through times of feeling like you completely failed yourself. The mission is failed. The mission is over. Get off the base. Like, you're no longer a soldier. You failed the mission. You failed us. Just move on. No. Take that as an opportunity to learn how not to fail next time, Failure only helps your perseverance, When you accept your failure, I also feel like this is accepting failure. Accepting failure and being aware of failure, is a good way to learn how not to let that back into your life, When you're on this journey of perseverance, getting to your blessings, getting to your harvest, you're going to go through times of failure. But learn from those failures, so once you move forward in the future, you can eye them failures. You can eye somebody trying to make you fail, or something trying to get at you to make you fail. You can eye those failures before they even come to you, and you can persevere through them. You can just not even let them hinder you. Keeping your eye on this world, knowing that the universe is behind you. You ain't got time for these failures. Failures who? Failures where? You don't have time. You do not have the time, okay? You don't have the time. You see your wish fulfillment with this world. You see it all right here. You know that the universe has your back. You absolutely realize that. And that's great. That's a great thing. Please realize that, So we have gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So this gratitude, being thankful for your life, We have opportunities, words of opportunity coming back in, you know, having failure as an opportunity to learn, being thankful for the life and the opportunities that it presents. Life is going to present you failures, you know, but be grateful because they're lessons. You know, it's kind of crazy to say. You're like, why am I going to be grateful for failing myself? Why am I going to be grateful for not accomplishing this? Like, you know, you can stay in that spirit of, yeah, I'm a failure. Yeah, I totally failed. Like, or you can just move forward, accept it, have gratitude, being thankful for the life and the journey, even if it includes failure. Just being thankful for that, moving on, so you can get to your blessings, you can get to your harvest. We have fear. So with this perseverance, you may be fearful in why you're persevering, or like fearful in the end of your perseverance, like if this is really gonna pay off. Go back to your cornucopia card. Keep thinking, yeah, the universe is right there. Your universe is listening. I have nothing to fear about. You know, you can let that fear and you can let that failure creep in, but use them as testing moments. It says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This failure is only testing you. This fear is only testing your perseverance. You know, it's only testing you. It's kind of like the universe testing you to see if you really gonna put in work, you know, because they ready to give you this cornucopia. They ready to give you your blessings. They're ready to give you the world, to let you know that the world is right there in front of your eyes. They're ready, but they're testing you. They're testing you. Fear and failure is testing you. Don't fail the test, okay? It's kind of like I'm saying, don't be a failure. Like I said before, you don't want to be called a failure, but don't let that test get the best of you. Know that you low-key have all the answers. You didn't cheat either, but you got all the answers, okay? So it says envy. So it says, I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So with this envy card, I feel like don't be envious of somebody else having their cornucopia or the world before you, you know? Everything happens in divine order. Everybody's honestly going through this journey of trying to find their happiness, trying to find what makes them, you know, the best them, you know? Don't be envious of somebody else's journey, because your journey is unique to only you. It's unique to you and only you. Don't envy about nobody else's journey. Have gratitude for this life. This life is your life, you know. It's saying, this card is saying, have gratitude for your life, honestly, and the opportunities that it presents you. Do not be around here watching everybody else get their blessings and be distracted, you know, watching everybody else get their blessings, and you just in this mindset of envy and you missing out on your cornucopia. Don't spend time on other people when you gotta get that cornucopia for yourself. You know, cornucopia is that love. Cornucopia is that financial coin. Cornucopia is all of the wishes that you have put out into the universe, saying, come to me, come to me. Whatever you are trying to have come to you, that's your cornucopia. Don't waste time looking at everybody else. We have death. So your final card is death. Don't get scared. Death is the renewance of and the bringing forth of new things. Like, you know, it says, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. Know that persevering and moving through this failure, moving through this fear, It's ultimately going to bring a new beginning for you. It's going to bring a new awareness to you. It's going to level up your perseverance, to be honest. You're going to level up. You're leveling up because you have so much strength inside of you. You're persevering. The energy you're fostering is perseverance. You have it inside of you. Just know you're going to have to go through some of these things like fear and failure. You're going to have to go through some of those things to get new beginnings. Death is not always bad. Death brings us new things. Death brings us new perspectives. So allow yourself to see the new perspectives of this world, honestly. Allow yourself to see all of the things that are in front of you. You know, allow yourself to see that cornucopia just coming to you. You know, you may be on this pier right now and you may have not even grasped 1 inch of the world. 1 inch of the world that you want to have. Just see your cornucopia in the future. You know, see it. Have that push your perseverance. Have that push you past your fear. Have that push you past your failure, you know. And in the midst of that, accept and have gratitude for all of these things that are in this journey of perseverance. Okay? So group 3, I ask you to move forward, to keep moving forward, honestly. You know, to keep moving forward, to keep persevering, to persevere for yourself, to know that the universe is there for you, to know that the world is right in front of you and you can go get it. Okay? So with that, I send my love. I hope you enjoyed this reading and stay tuned for more.